Welcome to the Daily, where we take a few minutes each day to focus on God's Word so we can find and follow Jesus in every area of our lives. Today, I'll be reading from John chapter 2. So let's go. Have you ever been so passionate about something that you literally feel like you might explode when you think about it? I know I have. And it might sound a little crazy, but for me, one of those things that I can just get consumed thinking about is fried chicken. Yes, fried chicken. You may have expected me to say something more spiritual, but the truth is when I start to think about fried chicken, it is not long before I must have fried chicken. There's almost something spiritual about that first bite. Anyway, in John chapter 2, Jesus is at the temple and he is upset that the temple is not being used for its intended purpose. He's so upset that he kind of exploded. Let's start in verse 13. It says, "It was nearly time for the Jewish Passover celebration, so Jesus went to Jerusalem. In the temple area, he saw merchants selling cattle, sheep, and doves for sacrifices. He also saw dealers at tables exchanging foreign money. Jesus made a whip from some ropes and chased them all out of the temple." Then in verse 17 it says, "Then his disciples remembered this prophecy from the scriptures. Passion for God's house will consume me." After reading this passage, some may be thinking that Jesus had an anger problem. They may have questions on, wow, did he really handle himself appropriately? Does he need anger management skills? The truth is that Jesus was so passionate for God's house and God's presence that he exploded thinking of God's presence being mismanaged. The temple was the place where God's glory resided, where people met with God and where God met with his people. Jesus was passionate that people meet with God. I challenge you today to ask yourself, does passion for God's presence consume me? Do I have to get to his presence or I might just explode? As much as fried chicken is a passion of mine, I pray I desire God's presence more in my life than anything else. Listen, this is not a message of guilt, but grace. Even more than we could ever desire to meet with God, he wants to meet with us. So let's do something together today. Let's take a deep breath. Then say, "Jesus, I need you." And let's keep pressing into his presence. God bless you and have a great day.